listening to the Badass is the New Black podcast. I'm Krissy Chin, your host, here to teach you how to build an online business that you love and in a way that allows you to work a little bit less so you can enjoy a whole lot more. My hope is that you've showed up to today's episode ready to learn something new and will be inspired to take imperfect action in your business right away. I won't make you wait any longer. Let's dive in. I keep hearing from so many people that they want to get started in this digital space where they create a product online and then they sell it. So if you have an idea and you want to turn that into a digital product to sell online, or maybe you aren't sure what you could turn into a digital product and sell, then this episode is for you. But I also want you to go over to thekrissychin.com/profit to download my Turn Your Knowledge into a Profit worksheet and guide. It's going to be a great addition to this episode. It's going to take you through some steps to help you determine what you could turn into a digital product or give you clarity on maybe the current idea and then guide you through how to do that with only 30 to 60 minutes a day. So in today's video, podcast episode, training, I'm going to tell you about 7 different digital products that you can create and sell online using Kajabi. Okay, let's dive into these 7 different digital products. The first one is live workshops. Now you can take something that you teach maybe in 30 minutes or 1 hour and make a live workshop and then charge for it. This is great when you want to teach something that you have where you want a live audience to work with. So I've done this before. It was called Build a Badass Bio. It was a workshop. And I taught my attendees how to turn their Instagram bio into a lead generating bio where it attracted their ideal clients and it would get them more leads and more customers at the end of the day. So I did this as a workshop because I wanted to be able to pull attendees from the live audience and work with them in real time, going over their bio, giving them recommendations and suggestions, and really transforming their bio right there live in the workshop. It created this great experience for the people who attended and also allowed them to ask questions live, which really helped build trust between us. So it was a great way to do that. You could turn this into a 3-day workshop if you wanted. So maybe it's a 30-minute workshop or an hour workshop or a 3-day workshop. You could meet at a specific time every day, 3 days in a row, and do your live training. You could meet on Zoom or any other platform that you're using to allow other people to attend and interact with them. You could charge for that workshop for sure. And then I would recommend recording it so that you have access to that. And we'll talk about that in a minute. This is really easy to do in Kajabi. You can set up an offer with a fee, whether it's a $1 fee, a $7 fee, a $49 training or workshop, whatever you decide is the right price tag for your ideal customer and the value that you're offering. And then what I recommend is tagging those who've purchased that workshop so you know who exactly is attending that workshop. You can use that tag to send them the information for the workshop or set up an automated email sequence that's going to automatically send the information that they need to attend that event. So make sure that they're registering, you're collecting an email, you're growing your email list, you're being able to tag them to find out who's interested in that particular topic so that when you have future products that you have released in your product suite, then you can target those people because they might be interested in something else, a course that you've maybe expanded on that topic. Maybe it goes from Build Your Badass Bio workshop that costs $7 to then pitching and promoting a whole Instagram course. And we'll talk about courses later. So that's an idea on how to create a digital product, a live webinar training that you can charge for and generate some income. Now, the second one I want to talk about is pre-recorded webinars. So this is something where it's not a full course. Again, it's kind of like this live workshop, this training, but it's just pre-recorded. And so you could even repurpose your live training and sell it as a pre-recorded training or a webinar. So I could take my Build Your Badass Bio workshop that I did. I've recorded it so that I could repurpose it for whatever reason I needed, whether it was going to be a bonus on maybe a course I'm selling, or I could repurpose and sell it as an evergreen workshop. And I could put it on my website, host it on Kajabi, and set it up to charge a fee for that. Maybe you teach yoga. You could create a 7-day yoga series, a pre-recorded series, and each class builds on itself. And so you could charge for that mini series. I wouldn't call that a course. I would call that maybe a training series, and you could charge for that. If you teach, let's say, financial planning, or you teach other people how to get out of debt, then you could do an intro training, and that's pre-recorded webinar to teach other people how to get their finances in check in maybe 30 minutes. Okay, so you take them through this process that you've been doing with private clients for a very long time, and you teach them in this pre-recorded webinar. You could charge as little as $1 for this to gain some qualified leads, people that are willing to open their wallet, but they're interested in the topic. You could charge $100, $200, depending on the value there and what you're offering. The benefit to pre-recorded is you can record it anytime that you want, just like me. I'm recording this on a Wednesday morning, and it's not going to be released for a few more weeks down the road. And then you can have it go live whenever you want. So that's kind of the benefit of pre-recorded. You could make edits to it. You could modify it a little bit. So there are some perks to pre-recording your webinars, but you can also, again, use the repurposing of live webinars and trainings and workshops to generate income. The third one is virtual summits. Now, this is something that I did last year. My virtual summit, it was a time where, had things shut down yet? I can't remember. No, I don't think they had. We were shut down. We were shut down due to all of the things. And so people weren't attending regular summits in person. So virtual summits, they were big before, but then they started to get even bigger, and like everyone and their mother's doing a virtual summit. But I don't think that means you can't do one as well. So I did a virtual summit. I used Kajabi to host the entire thing. My summit brought in 4,000 people in attendance, and that was actually 3,500 new people to my email list, which was awesome for list building, and generated over $20,000 in revenue. So that was exciting, but I hosted that on Kajabi, and you could use a summit because you're teaching yourself. Maybe it's a 5-day summit, and every day you're doing a different training, kind of similar to a workshop, but maybe it's more extensive, and you want to call it a summit because you want that feel of community, and you want to build it up bigger. Also, if you want to collaborate with other people, this is kind of the main traditional sense of a virtual summit, where you bring in a lot of different people to do education and training, and you collaborate together and you teach. And so virtually, obvious, it's virtual, it's online. You don't have to rent a space to do this. You are paying for your Kajabi platform or whatever else you're using, and that is your hosting space. You could do a virtual summit interview style, where you are on every video and interviewing the speakers, or the speakers and you are doing solo trainings where you have pre-recorded, or maybe you're doing it live, videos where you're teaching. Virtual summits are great because the information, like I said, can be done live or it can be pre-recorded. So it's kind of a matter of what type of atmosphere you want to create with your audience. Do you want it to be a live and add Q&A, or is everyone's schedule crazy? No one can line up to go live at the day and time that they would want to be released in that 4-day segment or 5-day segment. And so you have to do pre-recorded and release it. And that is totally fine. I'd say that's probably the most common way that people are doing a virtual summit. If you're collaborating with others in your industry to put on a virtual summit, then this is just a really great way to build your email list. If you are hosting it, then you'll get access to your email list. And the benefit to the speakers is they get more exposure from all this combined audience of people in their industry, in their space, and then they get exposure, and hopefully you're letting them offer a freebie in that so they can build their email list as well. So you can charge for this summit. So that's how you can take this digital product and earn an income. I've seen anywhere from people charging $1 for the summit to $99 maybe for the virtual summit. And then of course, with VIP passes, people can purchase access to even more information. I've seen $300, $400, $500 being charged for virtual summits and so on. So again, it just depends on how much information you're giving, what kind of value, what's the transformation that's happening to decide what that price point is. The purpose of the virtual summit, if it's just to build your list, then maybe you want to go lower price point. If you want more quality leads, maybe you go a little higher price point. So there's some room to play there. If you're someone who likes to host events, then virtual summits could be a really great opportunity. Or if you have a really good network of people in your industry and you want to collaborate and work together, then I think that's a great option for you. It does take a lot of work to put on a virtual summit, so it might not be the first digital thing that you launch with. I don't recommend it. But if you're kind of far in your journey and looking for more ways to expand your digital product suite, a virtual summit can be absolutely something you can add. If you want to be able to teach on a variety of topics to your audience that they'll find value in, then a virtual summit could be a great opportunity where each person is teaching on a different topic. You're covering a wide base, but it's all focused around what that ideal customer, what that ideal person is that's attending wants. So I know a pastry chef who ran a virtual summit on Kajabi as well. He set it up and in an evergreen style where he uploaded all of the content into Kajabi. There was a lot of different pastry chefs that put videos on how to make different pastry items. I'm not in the industry, so I don't know the lingo, but he had all the videos uploaded in there. And then I believe, if I remember correctly, he gave free access for 4 days. And then if you wanted extended access for 4 months, then you could pay $29. So there he got people in for free. And then the people that were serious and wanted to watch all 60 videos, which literally could not be consumed in 4 days, then they would spend $29 to get access to that. And he ran ads to that and did that evergreen style. And so that worked really well. The summit that I ran on Kajabi, I gave free access during the summit. So they could attend for free during that 1 week, but then I collected payment for those who wanted to buy extended access. So if they weren't going to be available to watch all of the episodes, or videos or trainings, each episode was only, I keep calling it episodes because I'm recording a podcast episode. Each video or training was only available for 24 hours. And so if they couldn't watch all 3 or all 4 in that time, and it was something they really wanted to listen to or learn about, then they wanted to maybe purchase that extended access pass to get ongoing access. And so, I did that. That's how I made money through that digital product. And then after the summit was done, I even offered for a little while where someone could purchase the summit videos for $19 and just have 30 days access. So it gave them, an extended period of time, but not, lifetime access to the videos, but I could generate a little bit of income from that. I've personally paid, $29 for a virtual summit, which gave me initial access to everything the day that it launched, but then I had to purchase extended access if I wanted it longer. So it wasn't completely free at all at any point. I had to pay to enter and participate in the summit, but then it was just a limited time. And so I had to pay more if I wanted extended access. So again, it's just a matter of thinking, what content do you want to offer? How do you want to present it? And who is your ideal client to kind of figure out that space where you want to be and how much you want to charge. All right, I think we're on 4, which is templates and downloadables. So this is another type of digital product that can be created and sold online and can definitely be done on Kajabi because we do it all the time over here. So with my first business on Kajabi, Grow Workspace, we sold pre-made classes that for people who were selling essential oils, and they could buy these classes that we created that were talking about their products, and they could use those classes to market and teach people about the products that they were selling. Hopefully you followed that. So we could create things like printables. We created printables. So let's say you were had a big yoga community and you were using essential oils and you wanted to introduce essential oils to your yoga company. We would create this digital product, this digital class with information on oils for yogis that you could use to then teach. And we have this really cute printable that has different recipes like mat cleaners and breath roll-ons and calming spray and all these things that as a yogi you might be interested in with oils. But we had this digital download printable that gave these recipes so someone could purchase that, then download that printable and share it however they wanted. We now also create Canva templates for that community so that they can upload these templates into Canva, modify them, and use them however they want. So if you are someone who if you're a graphic designer and you have that knowledge in your head, you know how to create this stuff. A lot of people out there, entrepreneurs, are looking for more content to be able to use, look professional, but save some money by not hiring someone one-on-one. Then you could create templates for someone that they could use. I've seen so many people sharing and selling social media templates, things that you can use in Canva, modify them, and then use them on your social media. Just because there's thousands of people out there doing it doesn't mean you can't do it too. Maybe you have a different look, a different feel, a different vibe. Maybe you really vibe with super bright, bold colors, and all the other templates you're seeing are very soft, neutral, bright white backgrounds. And so there's a space for you in the market to create your own Canva templates to use to share. Let's say you are a copywriter. Maybe you create, copy is your jam. You write great email sequences, you write sales pages, you do all these things for your private clients, but you want to sell something more on a greater scale. And so maybe you just create a very simple 5 email nurture sequence, which is a template, and you sell that. So you've got the emails typed out, and then you have the different spaces in there where it says this is where you put the information about your ideal client. Here's where you enter their pain point. Here's where you talk about their transformation. So you have this template built out for them that they can copy, paste, edit it, modify it, and make it super easy to make their own and use that. So that could be another template that could be very simple to create and sell online. Amanda Genther has a great sales page in a day template. I use that Kajabi template to create the sales page for the Scalable Podcast System, which is my mini course that I have. And it was a complete dream. Let me tell you, it was so worth the $37. It saved me days of work, and if I did it myself, it would not have looked nearly as good, as if I were to do it myself. And so it was amazing. I used it. I think it took me, I think I worked on it over 2 days, but it didn't take me a full 2 days, a couple hours one day, a couple hours the next day to really get everything fine-tuned in there. But you guys, I would have been working on this thing for days or weeks if I had not been able to use a template. So it saved me a bunch of time, was super valuable. And I know that you're going to need that sales page in a day template. So I'm going to put my affiliate link, my referral link in the show notes so you can grab that as well and use it. And it has the design and the copy already built in with little messages on here's where you enter this information here, here's where you put the pain point, here's where you put what you're offering. So it makes it super simple and easy for you to do that. So that's an example of someone who's creating a template, a digital product, and selling. You could sell a workout program as a digital download, or meal prep or meal recipes, maybe in a booklet style, which could be a digital download. That will take you maybe a little bit longer to create, but the return on your investment could be really big. All right, number 5. I think we're on number 5. I didn't put numbers by my little bullet point notes to know what I'm supposed to talk about next, but the digital book. That is another one, like an ebook that you could create and sell online, which is a digital product. So there's no physical thing you have to print out and ship and mail and sell. And that's why we are in this digital space, aren't we? Because there is less cost to creating it and we can sell it for a higher profit margin. So if you're a writer, you like writing, you like creating, you want to sell a digital book, maybe an ebook is your go-to. And when I think of ebook, when I started thinking about talking about selling an ebook, I instantly was like, oh, that's like a big process, like 200 pages. And I was like, wait a minute. And a book doesn't have to be 200 pages. It could be 15 pages. It could be 20 pages. It could be 50 pages. It could be a small booklet that's 30 pages. So it's really actually tiny. Maybe it's 2 Word document pages of what you think when you wrote a paperback in high school or something. But it's actually quite short and simple. So that could be an option as well. Let's say you are a builder. You've been building homes for a living your entire life. You've been working in construction. You know everything about a home, things that most people do not know about, and you decide to write a mini ebook on home repairs for new homeowners. And let's say it's a book with a small book with just the top 20 most common repairs to be made once you're a homeowner. I would buy that. I would need that. I'm a homeowner, and there's lots of things I don't think about. So you could take your knowledge in that and turn it into a little ebook. Maybe you are in real estate and you want to write a little ebook on how to sell your first home. So it could be put in the form of an ebook and you could sell that. Or if you're a hairstylist and you want to create a digital book to highlight maybe your top 20 updo styles, or, top cuts or trends or something. And then you have tips to go with each style, and you put it in the format of an ebook and you put it online, and you sell it through your Kajabi site. So these examples could be used for other digital formats as well. You just need to determine what makes the most sense for you and the information that you're providing and your audience. So if it's information that can just be consumed by reading, then an ebook might be a good option. If it's information where you're giving someone the basics to start, but then they have to fill in the blanks, then a template that we talked about before could be a better option. So do you see how, kind of depending on what type of information or value you're giving, or how they need to consume it, and the action that has to be required by them to be successful, will determine the best way for you to get your knowledge out there and into a digital product to generate a profit. Hopefully this is kind of making sense, and hopefully it's turning on some light bulbs as we talk through these different things on ideas and options that you could do for your business. So then there's 2 more. So we're on 6 and then 7. I hope I counted right. Okay. Anyway, doesn't matter. Courses is the next one. So courses is a series of trainings that you maybe want to offer someone. It could be on a very specific topic, like the Scalable Podcast System, which is a mini course on how to streamline your podcasting process to remove actually you from all of those tasks that you have to do with producing a podcast episode so that you as the host can just show up, record, and be done. And the rest is taken care of for you. So it's a very specific mini course for a very specific person, podcasters, even more specifically, podcasters who are incorporating some interviews. They get the most benefit out of this because I help them manage the interview process. So, that is a very specific course or training. If you, you could have it on a broader topic where you cover the basics, or you could dive really deep into one specific topic. So a friend of mine, David Bianco, is an actor, and he has a course called Booking and Busy. And while there are a number of topics that he could write a course on, he could do a really broad topic on, how to get started in acting, right? That's a really broad topic, and he can kind of cover the foundation of acting and getting into that industry. But he chose to have a more specific course called Booking and Busy. And this course is specifically on how to get more auditions and how to have better auditions so that you are booking more gigs and staying busy with your acting career. So David took his knowledge about acting and his success in his career, and he turned it into a course for actors. I have another friend, Ryan Whedon, who is a hairstylist, and he has a course and a membership site, but a course on biolage. I always say that wrong, and I've spoken at one of his events on stage, and I was like, okay, how do you say this? He had to say it 50 times. I still don't even think I'm saying it right. But anyway, he has a course, and it has a certification program. So once his students go through that course, then they're a certified MOB, M-O-B, Master of Biolage. All right. Any hairstylist out there listening is going to send me a voice message and say, Krissy, this is how you say it. It won't matter. I'm going to say it wrong the next time. All right. So anyway, he took his knowledge about hair, turned it into a course, and then he also has a membership site with that as well. A friend of mine, Emily Reagan, who you have heard on the podcast before, she created a course that teaches you how to become a virtual assistant. So she was basically a virtual assistant for other entrepreneurs, doing a lot of virtual work for them, tasky work, uploading things into their Kajabi, doing some PR and all these things. And so she learned how to support an entrepreneur. And she was like, hey, I'm going to take this knowledge that I've learned and I'm going to teach other people how to do the same thing that I was doing. And so now she has a successful course that teaches people how to become virtual assistants. So anyway, she has that step-by-step course. If you are watching on YouTube, then I would love for you to share with me in the comments if you have an idea on something that you want to create a course on, or maybe you have already created a course on it. You can share that in the comments below. So that takes me to the very last one, which is memberships. So number 7, memberships as a digital product, a way for you to take the knowledge that you have in your head and turn it into income. This is certainly, last but not least in the digital products. I love memberships because it really is true residual income. So a membership is when someone purchases a subscription. So before online memberships were a thing, or Netflix was a thing, so Netflix is a subscription that you pay for. Things that you pay for every single month, or maybe you pay an annual fee and it gives you, so Amazon Prime, you have a subscription, it's just annual, it's not monthly, and you pay that fee to get free shipping or cheaper shipping or whatever. So if you guys remember, before this digital space, I might be dating myself, but there were magazine subscriptions, and maybe there still are. I think there probably are. If you want to get People or, whatever. I remember my grandparents getting the People magazine, and we didn't get it at home, but whenever we'd go visit my grandma, she would give us her old People magazines, but she had a magazine subscription where she paid every month, or maybe she paid for the year, $13 a year, and you get your magazine sent to you every single month. or a newspaper, you had subscriptions for that. So subscriptions have been, have a long history, but now the digital space is just a lot more popular. But what we love about them is that people will pay you every single month to get access to new content. So a magazine, it was a new magazine every month. A newspaper, it was new information. With a membership, if you can provide new information, then people will continue to pay you. So my first, real and successful business that is still a membership site today, Grow Workspace, I started it by creating a business course. So it actually started as a course, but before we even launched it, I had this idea in my head about residual income. I learned about residual income through my network marketing business. And if you're in network marketing, woo woo, shout out to you. Tell me in the comments below. I'd love to kind of see you guys out there. But the whole idea was with network marketing, you're selling a physical product and the company is doing all of that for you, but you have to you're basically their sales team, right? You're marketing it. And if you can get someone or help someone order those products using your referral link, then you would earn commission off of that. It's not a new concept. It's used in everything. Love it. It's amazing. But the auto ship, the reordering, this is where you create residual income. And this is where people who are successful in network marketing understand this concept and build their business off this concept of the auto renewal or the auto subscription or membership, where every month their people are purchasing products, whether it's replenishment products or they're trying new products, but every month they're spending money and they've used your referral link, so you're getting an influx of commission. And then as you grow your team or your customer base and more people are joining this auto ship, it starts compounding and you start generating more residual income. So the more people that sign up with you and start joining this auto ship, the more money you're earning. So since I was introduced to that concept when I started network marketing and really had it ingrained in my head that how you build a successful business as you get people to, come in, trust you, purchase what you have, and then continue to purchase from you. That was what I really wanted. And so while I created a course, a business course for the Young Living community in network marketing, I wanted it to be a subscription. I wanted it to be a membership where I didn't have to find new customers every single month. We could acquire a customer and then they would continue to pay as long as they were using the service. So I had to think, they're not going to purchase this business course. As soon as they're done going through the business course, they're not going to want to pay me. They're going to cancel. And you don't want people to cancel because then you're not getting residual income. So I had to think of a product that we could offer that would be new every single month to keep them coming back for more, to keep them on the membership or the subscription. And so that was new classes, new resources every month that our Young Living brand partners could use to market and sell their products. So every month something was new. They wanted to keep that membership. It was very cheap. We started at $4.95 a month. And we gave them a ton of content. And so we were definitely going for more people at a lower price point versus less people at a higher price point, because that made sense for the industry that we were in. And so, we started at $4.95. In the first month, we made $8,000. And because of our membership style, where they stayed on and then we would get new members, we made $20,000 in month 2, and then that grew to $30,000, and then by 4 months we had made $100,000, over $100,000. So we had made 6 figures because of this compounding effect that you can have with a membership or a subscription site. So membership is huge. We've now generated multi-million dollars with a membership style business. And so I love membership. I love teaching membership. I love supporting people who want to build memberships. And it's important to, only offer it if it makes sense for what you want to offer. So again, if you're putting out new content every month, or you're making yourself accessible to people in an ongoing basis, then a membership may work for you. So I have people that message me, email me, DM me all the time, and they want to pick my brain or they have questions. And while I love getting questions, there's only so many that I can take on. I'm just too busy running multiple businesses, raising my babies, like trying to live the life that I really want to live. And so to be able to support my people who are trying to scale their course or their membership sites online, I don't have time to take 20 private clients. And, many people also don't have the budget to pay what it takes to have private sessions with me. So financially, they can't do it. So I decided that I want to launch my own membership site. It's going to be coming very soon by the time this is out. That will be providing new monthly trainings to help you build and scale your courses and membership sites to 6 and 7 figures and give you more access to me, to ask me questions, to, pick my brain, if you will, and for me to give more direct feedback to people and give you the attention that you want and that you deserve. And so along with that will also be a community of other entrepreneurs who are in the same place that you are. They have a digital product online. They are trying to scale that. They want to earn 6 figures, multi-6 figures, 7 figures online in this digital space. And so you have this community, not only me to have access to, but other people to get feedback from, offer feedback, support one another. I know that's like a huge thing in entrepreneurship, is having this community of people, like-minded people, because you guys, we are a rare breed, let me tell you. We'll get together with, friends that I haven't seen in forever, and they're just on a different wavelength. And, we have to find something else to talk about because this whole like business stuff, entrepreneurial stuff, it's not in their mindset. So I know you're someone who has a lot of ideas, you're super driven, you're a go-getter, you take action, you might be a little scared to, take that leap, but you're going to do it. And so we are a different breed. Let's just be honest. So having that community will be amazing. So this membership hasn't launched yet, but if you know that you are interested in it and you want to get on the wait list and get special launch pricing, you can go to thekrissychin.com/membership and put your name on there to be in the know and get that special pricing when I do launch. So side note, let me ask you, is what you want to create something where you need to provide ongoing support to your students, to your audience, or is it just a one-time thing? And that will help you kind of determine if it's a course or if it's a membership. Also, that I teach all things about how to, create this life that you love, create a business that you love, but a life that you love. And so thinking long-term about how many hours do you want to be working? What's the type of schedule that you want to have? What's the type of lifestyle that you want to have? And then determining, is a course better suited for that, or is a membership site suited for that? So, one of my private clients, Amelia, who's a ghostwriter, she came to me and said, Krissy, I am maxed out with my one-on-one clients doing ghostwriting and helping people write and market their books, and I want to make more money doing less, work less, enjoy more, right? And earn more. And she said, I want to be making money while I sleep. And so I said, all right, well, we need to take what you're doing with your privates and turn it into a course. And so, thinking of her course, creating her course, we worked together privately. And, then she was talking about membership and talking about all this elaborate stuff she wanted to do with a membership site. And she wanted to be offering all of this stuff. And she had this entire list of things that she had written down that she was going to be offering. And I looked at her and I said, now, Amelia, if this is what you want to do, I'll support you. But let's go back to when you first reached out to me and said, I want to do less work and make more money. And I'm maxed out with what I'm doing. And so I said, so Is it course where the work up front, there's more work to do up front here for the course, but once it's done, it can be set. You can turn it to evergreen. You can run ads to it, generate leads. People will buy it and you're hands off. Or is it that you want to do the membership site where it might be less work to set it up initially, but there's ongoing work every month? And let's look at the list of all the things you're including and see if you really have to include it or if it could be different tiers of membership based on what they get. And so, she sat on it, thought on it. She goes, Krissy, you're right. That I did say that. I was getting ahead of myself. It just seemed like it was more of an easy button. I'm like, we have to think long term because a membership can be more to manage. And so she decided to do the course first. And so she did the course, launched the course. She has 2 courses now. Pithy Wordsmithery. If you're trying to write a book, go find her. Amelia. She's awesome. She's done a podcast episode with me. But now she's working on a membership site. So one step at a time. But again, thinking about what you are able to offer, or what you want to offer, and how it would best be represented, and what kind of lifestyle you want. I know a guy who used to work for Disney. He would create 3D characters for Disney, and he started a site where he would teach others how to create 3D characters using different programs. Whatever programs they use to create 3D characters, he would teach people how to do that, different techniques, styles, so on and so forth. So if you thought that you didn't have, you couldn't take knowledge from your brain and turn it into a profitable business online, you are wrong, my friend. It can be super niche, like my friend Shane here, who creates 3D characters and teaches other people how to do the same. You would think there's not many people, but there are plenty of people. So at first he made the mistake of selling a course. So it was a series of trainings, one-time payment in a course style. He set it up on Kajabi, used Kajabi. It was the one-time training, and then he included ongoing education. So every month he would do a training for the people that purchased his course. And after, we all met at the Kajabi Summit and, chatting about what we're doing and all this. And he's like, I'm spending so much time doing these ongoing trainings for people who aren't even paying me anymore. They purchased the course initially. And he's like, I think I need to rethink how I'm doing this. So what he should have done was, a couple different options. Either had it be a membership site only where they come in, they pay monthly or annual. And as long as they're, getting connection with him, getting this training, they're paying. Or he has a course. There are people that do not like membership. They don't want to be paying ongoing. They want just that one-time payment. They want to get content and be done. So there is a market for both. So he could have done just a course for, you're going to learn how to do XYZ, heads and limbs, and whatever. I don't know what they're teaching. So, like a series of trainings in a course, and then have a membership site where if you want ongoing trainings, then you can purchase the membership site, and I'll be on, 2 days a month to do this training, live Q&A, whatever it is. And so he could have both a course and a membership site. Maybe someone would purchase both. Maybe someone would only purchase the course. Maybe someone would only be in part of the membership, but there are options, and he doesn't have to be resentful of the time that he's investing where people aren't paying him anymore at this point, but he's still having to do all this work and do this trainings and support people. So that's definitely something to think about when you're thinking about, what type of content am I offering, and, what's going to be the best way for me to put it out there and get it out there. And also what is going to be and generate the most success for your students, because that is ultimately what we want. Your business won't grow and thrive unless your students are finding success with what you're teaching them. So what is the best option for giving your students, success, generating success, so they can give you a great testimonial that you can use, and so on and so forth? Is that a course? Is it a membership site? Is it a template? Is it just a one-time training? What is that? And then note, I mentioned this before, but with memberships, it can be a lot of ongoing support. So like with Grow Workspace, I have hired an entire team of people that help create the new content every month, upload the new content, manage the community aspect that we have with a membership and all of that. So I have a whole team of people helping me with my coaching brand. With membership, it will be me doing the trainings. It will be me doing the Q&A and offering support. So just know, like with a membership, that it's going to be your time to do that. But the benefit is that you can serve a lot more people. While I'll only take 1 or 2 private clients, I can help a lot more people that just need more minimal support and want this community and this group setting. So it's a really cool and special thing to be able to offer. All right, so that's it. We covered the 7 ways to turn your knowledge into a digital product that you can sell. So it was live workshops, pre-recorded workshops, virtual summits, templates and downloadables, ebooks, courses, and membership sites. So if you want to learn more about any of these, let me know in the comments. I could literally do a more in-depth training on each of these 100%. If you need some more help or want to get more clarity on turning your knowledge into a profit, only working 30 to 60 minutes a day to generate your first $1,000 a month, download my free worksheet and guide at thekrissychin.com/profit. If you're watching on YouTube, I would love to know what type of digital product you're thinking would be best for you, or maybe you've already created, so share that with me in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe so you can get updates with the new episodes. If you're listening on podcasts, Spotify, any other platform, definitely subscribe so you can get the new weekly episodes. I appreciate you. I'm so glad you hung out with me today to learn more about digital products. As you can tell, like I get super excited. I talk really fast about this topic because it's something that's completely changed my life. And there is just so much potential here. And if you listen to last week's episode, then you know that digital products, digital courses, membership sites, all of this, we are not on the end of this industry. We are still in the beginning. So it is not too late, my friend, to launch your business and launch these digital products as a complementary thing to whatever you're doing. It doesn't mean you have to quit your day job. You can be a financial planner and offer, people at your day job, and you can help, the masses with financial planning through a course or a membership site or, whatever it is. So I hope that you feel a little bit more inspired and a little bit more like you can take action. Definitely download that worksheet and guide, thekrissychin.com/profit, to help you get started. And until then, we'll see you next week. Until next time, remember, done is better than perfect, my friend, and to channel your inner badass and take imperfect action every single day.